Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. We got another beta demo day ride video here for you. I pretty much do these annually now. I'm lucky that there's a motocross track nearby, Butler, PA, that puts on this demo day ride. It's actually First Bike Motorsports is the dealership that puts it on. It's a really fun time to go up and just try all the bikes out. You got them all lined up, and you basically get in line for a bike and jump on and take it around their loop and see what you think, and then come back, jump in line for another bike, and pretty much go for, like, I think it was 1 to 4 p.m. was our session. They had a morning session too, but we went to the later one, so you get like 3 or 4 hours worth of pretty much riding all day, and you don't have to worry about cleaning the bike afterwards, and they even feed you there too, which is really cool. So the bikes that they had here this year were they're all 2025 models. The 300 race, the 200 XPro, 250 XPro, the 350 RS 4-stroke, 390 race edition 4-stroke, Cross Trainer 300, and the 480 XPro 4-stroke. So the video is basically going to be me jumping on each of these bikes in that order, and then I'll just give you my final thoughts at the end for what it's worth. So just so you know, I am not a hardcore racer. I ride a lot of single track technical stuff, slower paced trails that open up every once in a while and get flowy. So I'm not into the real high speed stuff that much, although I do hit it every once in a while on some of the stuff we ride. So this loop that they got is more of a high speed hair scramble loop. You'll see it's kind of quad width trails, big deep ruts, rocky and slick in spots around the turns and all that. So you'll see as you ride and get a feel for the what the track was like as you watch the video. So sit back and enjoy. I'll let you guys know what I think at the end.
The 300 race edition first. Rain mode off. That definitely wakes it up a little bit. Oh, this is choppy here. Yikes. This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to wait till he clears that corner.
I was going to try to help him out, but looks like he's got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Lap 2, getting used to this a little bit more. Not many spots to get into third gear. Whoa, very slick. I like the power delivery. The suspension's a little too stiff for me right here. I don't know what it's set up or sprung for weight-wise, but yeah, it's beating me up pretty good. Pretty messed up terrain we got here today. So I was trying to see what a 300 would feel like size-wise compared to my cross trainer. The seat height, they apparently brought it down a little bit with the XPro. I don't know if it's the same with the race edition, but they don't have an XPro 300 here to try, unfortunately. But judging by this, it doesn't feel that much shorter than before. I mean, it's probably because it's sprung pretty stiff, but I don't know, I'll try the XPro 250, see if I get a better feel for the seat height. Okay, we got the 200 XPro here. Man, this 200 likes to sing. Third gear, okay. Definitely likes to be in the upper revs. Front end's a little squirrely on this. Probably just not valved for my weight. The suspension a lot better on this than I do the 300 race edition so far. Probably valved for my weight more. That 300 was really stiff. This thing tracks really well. The front's kind of squirrely, but I like the rear end. Squats real good on the hills. Take it around one more quick lap. Yeah, it tracks up that hill really nice. It's got more low end than I expect the 200 to have. Man, I just like to sing. Yeah, the suspension's set better on this than the 300, for my liking at least. I'm not a super aggressive rider, so. You alright? You need a hand? You good?
I think we're good.
Okay. Here, let me lean this down. Hold on. I'll get it up here for you. Yeah, this 200 feels really nice. I gotta say, I like the, it's snappy, not overwhelming, still got decent low end power. Yeah, I'm really comfortable on this bike too. So that was after the 300 RR. This is the 200, or I'm sorry, the Race Edition 300. This is the 200 XPro. Okay, we're on the 250 XPro here. You can already tell the seat height's a lot higher. Probably stiffer sprung than the 200. That hit comes on like a light switch. Pulls good. Yeah, the best way I can describe that, it's got like light switch power hit. I don't know if that's the power valve is just adjusted that way, or if that's the way these are. That tracks pretty good through that real ruddy stuff. Stiffer stuff works better in those conditions for me. A little bit better on that than the 200. I still like the way the 200 feels overall compared to this and the 300 race. Definitely sprung a lot harder than the 200 XPro. It's got an okay bottom end. Bottom end feels like the 200, but it just comes on quicker, like the power, more explosive, quicker. That guy's moving. And we'll do one more lap on the 250. Start to get used to it again. Yeah, 250, I got used to it a little bit more, and got used to that light switch power a little bit, and I like the suspension on this one. Still a little bit too tall, but it does suck up those harder hits really well in those real ruddy sections. Keeps your track straight pretty good through there. Still don't like the power delivery on this one though, just because it hits like that. Now I could probably be tuned out with the power valve. Okay, we're on the first 4-stroke of the day, 350 RS. That mellow tractor power. It's like my XR400 on steroids with good suspension. That engine braking is nice and around those slick turns. Nice to have that compression braking to help out. Yeah, this thing sticks to the ground really well. I like the suspension on this. Handle that pretty good pace. When you're pushing it, it handles this stuff pretty good. This thing doesn't get thrown around through these ruts with the extra weight. Inertia. Lap here, getting used to it. And I gotta say, I'm probably most comfortable on this bike so far. In these conditions with the suspension, it's working good for me here. Yeah, the engine braking's perfect. Tracks to those ruts perfectly. Too tall of a gear there. Still pulled me out of it. A little cross rutted there. his bike a lot. That extra weight helps the tracks through the ruts pretty good. Great engine braking, good power, good low and mid range for sure. I could get used to one of these. I can see myself getting tired on this though with the extra weight. It's the only downfall. Okay, we got a 390 race edition. See how this one feels. More giddy up and go. Way more top end. Considerably more engine braking too, from what I can feel. Still feels really good though. I like it. Suspension hits that stuff easier. You're hitting that harder. Still lug this thing really well. Tracks so well through there. I like this one too. This is the 390 RS are close, but this one definitely got more punch. Obviously it's the race edition. Suspension is tuned a lot stiffer. Probably more comfortable on the RS, but this one's not bad. I like this one too. We're on a cross trainer, my bike, so I'm very comfortable with this one. Just felt like ripping it again. Much low end power. just the most comfortable bike for me. I mean, every time I come to one of these, I think I'm going to want to get a bigger bike. Bigger frame bike, like a 300 XPro or something, but I'm just so comfortable on this bike. It just fits me perfectly. I will probably get mine 3-valve suspension, and I might do the fatty pipe with the intake, a modification with the rejet. And then I think it'd be the perfect bike. It already is. It already works really well for me. Just doing those couple things though, make it the perfect bike, I think. I mean, this thing is stock right now, and I'm going way faster on this than I am where the other bikes. Just, I don't know what it is. I just adapt to the softer suspension or something or what, but it just works the best for me. So at home on this bike. Yep, still my favorite. Still my favorite out of them all so far. So there's really no need for me to change bikes. Okay, I'm on a 480 XPro. First time riding this one today. Wow, big tractor. Oh, wow. Tons of power. Got tons of engine braking with this. It feels like a tank going through here. Hard to throw off its pace or off its line just because of the extra weight, the inertia of the motor, all that. Very stable bike, very heavy. Great for this wide open, whooped out stuff. Pulls like a freight train. And this might be my favorite 4-stroke of the bunch here today. even more so than the 390. This thing's very stable through this stuff. Gobs of torque, gobs of power. But this thing would wear me out in a tight trail for sure. But it is fun in this stuff. Like, I barely got thrown around in that section right there. Accelerates so hard. I like the suspension on this one too. Not too stiff, not too plush. But man, the extra weight, you can really feel it. That was my second lap around, and my arms are hurting. Hurting from holding on and wrestling at some of that spots, man. But this thing's fun.
Well, once again, the Cross Trainer was my favorite bike out of the bunch. I was really trying not to be biased because I was considering, you know, maybe getting a 300 XPro or something down the road, but I just can't get past the bigger frame on those bikes. Power's great, and suspension's going to be better probably for high-speed stuff than the Cross Trainer. But like I said, I don't ride the high-speed stuff, so, you know, every once in a while we do. But most of the time it's slow, technical, off-camber, and like you're just in snotty situations with the bike that you don't want to have to wrestle something big. And I'm not a real tall guy, so I'm 5'8", and the Cross Trainer just fits me perfectly. So my plan with that bike, I'm just going to keep it, and just going to do some power mods. I'm going to do the FMF Fatty with the RR cage for the air filter, along with the FMF spark arrestor, rejet, and be done with power-wise mods, at least for now. And eventually, probably this winter, I'll get the suspension revalved. So I'm sticking with the Cross Trainer. It fits me perfectly. If you're going to be doing hair scrambles, you might want the 300 XPro or the Race Edition, obviously. Nice set of suspension on the 300 Race with the KYBs, but was sprung very stiff, way too stiff for my liking. Out of the two strokes behind the Cross Trainer, I would probably take the 200 XPro next. Now, the Race Edition would probably be awesome, but they didn't have that either. But that one felt very comfortable to me because I guess it was softly sprung compared to the other bikes. And size-wise, it felt pretty close to the Cross Trainer. It just didn't have the low-end power of the Cross Trainer. It had explosive mid and top range power, and that was fun. But it couldn't grunt as good as the Cross Trainer. Now, that kind of course there, it really didn't matter. That bike was fast, and it was perfect for that. But I think in the tighter, more technical stuff, I'd still prefer a Cross Trainer over the XPro 200. Race Edition might be a different story. Like I said, they didn't have it there. So for the four strokes, I would pick the 480, the XPro 480. That was a really fun bike. Super heavy, but in that kind of terrain where you got a lot of rocks, that thing just flexes through everything and just blasts through all the ruts, and it'd be a great hill climbing bike as well. Tons of torque, tons of power, mid-range, top end, everything, everywhere it had power. The 300 Race, going back to that, was kind of unfair for that bike, I think, because I think somebody wrecked it in the morning session. The handlebars were a little bit bent up, and I think the levers, like the clutch and the brake, were like pushed upwards. So it was just an awkward feel riding that bike around. You could tell it had great power delivery, obviously. Tons of power, actually. Just the positioning of the handlebars was messed up, so it kind of took away from the experience, I think. But like I said, I was most comfortable on the Cross Trainer again, and you know, it's going to be different for everybody, but for me, that bike just fits me perfectly with the smaller frame. And after doing some power mods that I'm going to be doing here soon, and suspension, a little bit of suspension work, I think it's going to be the perfect bike for me even more. Stay tuned. I'll have a video probably on my Cross Trainer when I get those mods done to it. And we'll do a video with the power mods, and then I'll do a video down the road when the suspension gets done too. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe and like. Goes a long way in helping the channel, guys. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video.